Well, hey all, Bart with Bicycle Rider YouTube, and I've got a really cool bike that has impressed me a lot since we've had it in the shop. This is the Townie Go electric model. So this is an E-assisted cruiser from Electra. I really have been impressed with this bike, and it's under $2,000. I say that. I'm a bicycle, I own a bicycle shop and a bicycle rider, so I spend a lot of money on bikes. And I see a lot of people spending a lot of money on bikes. This is the Electra Townie Go 7D step through, $1,800. And it is a fantastic e-bike for the money. If you want a bike that's not really cumbersome, fairly light compared to a lot of e-bike models, very robust with its build and its functionality. And I say that because I also, I own a bicycle shop. I'm over here in Biloxi Bicycle Works. It's my little bicycle shop in Biloxi, Mississippi. We're a Trek dealer. Trek owns Electra. I'm very happy being a Trek dealer because they support their dealers and they take care of their customers. I'm not even going to tell you some of what I've seen Trek bend over backwards to make sure customers are happy. And customers are happy on this Townie Go. There's a lot of different e-bikes out on the market. Believe me, I get people walking through my door every day armed with questions that they've got over the internet but haven't really been into a bicycle shop to actually ask someone who sells these bikes about their bikes. They talk to a friend, they talk to people in the campground. They get a lot of information, but it's different talking to someone who's an IBD, independent bicycle dealer, and also an e-bike mechanic. Here on the Gulf Coast, there's not a whole lot of bicycle shops that are willing to work on people's e-bikes. I am one of that shop, so I do see a lot of different makes and models come in, and most of the time we can make people happy, but a lot of times we can't because we can't find a part. It's something weird over the internet that that company has gone out of business on. Customers are frustrated because they have to deal with a 1-800 number and talk to customer service. And you walk in here, you talk to someone eye to eye, and I can usually help people with their problems, especially if they have a Trek or an Electra, because I have a big company like Trek that wants to keep people happy and they have plenty of parts in stock. And we don't get a lot of problems out of these bikes anyway. Let me just tell you about what people ask me a lot. People ask about the battery and the motor of this bike. Well, it's got a Hyena 250 watt motor and it's got an internal 250 watt battery. Yes, if a battery problem happens, the Trek dealer, we can get these batteries out and replace these batteries. But the thing is, these batteries, they made out of name brand cells, so we're not finding problems with the batteries, with the wiring, and with the motors of these bikes. They've been very rock solid. And as you can see, it's not a big computer and screen and complicated mess up here on the handlebar. You have a simple controller up here that tells you basically your battery level with a group of lights. It tells you what mode you're in, and you basically have 3 different modes and an off switch. So they've made this super easy because some of them are so complicated. We get people that buy bikes off the internet and then they come in here and ask a million questions, and I said, look, you bought off the internet. I want to try to help you, but you really need to have that company that just took your money walk you through this stuff. I sell not every brand. I only sell a few brands of e-bikes. I'll try to work on just about any e-bike because we want to help people out. But because of that, and because I bought this building, I've going to be here about 17 years. My reputation goes way further than a quick sale. I'm trying to make a quick dollar. I got to make people happy. And when I do, I also have to, make a living off this. So if I sell junk, it just comes back to me with problems I have to pay my mechanics per hour to fix those problems. So if a bike comes back 2 or 3 times, I've just lost all my margin on that bike. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather sell a quality product that goes out there, stays out there, and people are happy with. I have a lot of rides from my bike shop, so my customers come back on a regular basis to come ride bikes with me. After a busy week, and I'm doing a Biloxi Friday fun ride, and come ride with us on Biloxi on Friday nights. It's a blast. We have a big group of riders that ride around Biloxi and have a good time. I want to hear positive remarks. It's my time to kind of chill out, and I don't want a bunch of, hey, my bike's causing this problem, my bike's doing that. I sell products that I'm happy to go ride with my customers with. And the Electra Townie Go is one of those comfortable bikes. The Townie is one of the most comfortable bikes I know of. It's a very popular bike because it's a feet forward, upright position. And with a 250 watt motor, you can ride this bike with a group of people and not have to worry about overstressing your legs or overstressing your lungs. This just makes it fun to ride. And when people enjoy riding, they ride more. So a lot of people don't understand, well, why would you put a motor on a bike if you want to get fitness? It just makes it easier on a day-to-day basis. We're on Biloxi Beach right here, and on the beach it can get really, really windy. Sometimes a windy day is a perfect day to go ride because there's less bugs, it's usually cloudy, and that wind keeps your skin cool. On a regular analog bicycle, you can push a lot of wind with that chest, and if you get into a heavy wind, it takes the fun out of it. When you have the assistance of a motor, you can just use the power up button here, let the motor do most of the work, and you're still out there enjoying your ride. You're getting movement. Sometimes I preach ride bikes for mental health. Yeah, of course, you're going to get a physical health aspect of it too, but it's so good to create your own movement. And when you can do it with a bike like this does not scream e-bike. It doesn't have a big battery and a big motor, even the rear hub drive motor is much smaller. So a lot of people ask about mid-drive motors now because they do their research. There's some really nice mid-drive motors, but most of the Bosch, Shimano, and Bro stuff, the good stuff, is expensive. And then you also have a box down here that is easily recognized as an e-bike. Trek, or I should call it Electra, is owned by Trek. I buy them from the same company. And the Townie puts that battery right here in the frame. It's nice and integrated. Don't worry about the battery going bad on you. I mean, if it does, you're under warranty with Trek, and they've got the best warranty in the business. So this is it's a cruiser with a little bit of assistance. No, it doesn't have a throttle. If you want a throttle, you got to look at a scooter with a pedal, basically. And believe me, there's room in the world for both. So I'm not cutting down that kind of bike because that's a lot of people want that kind of bike. But some people just want an easy electric assist bike that's comfortable, robust in its build, nice and simple. The components on this bike, it's a Revo Shift 7-speed by Shimano. Very easy to work on for me as a bicycle mechanic. It's a very simple. It's got a 7-speed tourney derailleur that I'm used to working on. I mean, there's nothing on this bike that's complicated. It's got cable operated disc brakes. Fantastic. No, they're not hydraulic. If you want hydraulic, you got to go up in price, go up in level. You get a bicycle mechanic that knows how to tune a cable operated disc brake, and it's absolutely fantastic. And head over heels above some kind of rim brake. Now, I do see a lot of the cheaper e-bikes that people are buying off the internet come through with these cheap rim brakes and big power, and that's not a good combination. Don't buy on price. When you can get a quality e-bike for under $2,000, and believe me, my dad told me if something's too good to be true, it is. If you can get an e-bike from China or Taiwan here and put in your hands for less than $1,500, believe me, they have skimped in quality and manufacturing somewhere. Trek is out of Wisconsin. I'm not saying this bike is built in Wisconsin, but the Trek factory is here in the United States, and they take care of people. When I call up my Trek rep or my Trek representatives, I get people that speak clear English. People who live right here and understand the Gulf Coast, and I'm on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, so I can't say enough good about Trek as a company. The Electra line is a very decent line for a great price point. So when I said things are too good to be true, as a bicycle rider, we spent $1,800 on a carbon fiber set of rims for our bikes. You're getting a whole e-bike here, and you think about it, there's a lot of manufacturing processes in an e-bike. I just recently had someone that bought an e-bike offline. The rims were like this, and I looked at that customer, I said, look, send it back. The rims and the tires are the basics of the bike. So rather than me try to true a rim that should be brand new, they didn't care about you enough to send you straight rims. The rest of the bike has got to be the same way. Don't put your life at risk by getting out on some of those cheap e-bikes. Don't always look at the specs. Well, this one has a 500 watt motor and this one has a 750 watt motor. You don't need all that, especially if you want something for lightweight to put on your motorhome, to put in the back of your truck, to go up and down your stairs. This is, I'm a 150 pound guy and there's no problems picking this up. A lot of these hub drive, throttle driven e-bikes that you're getting off the internet are 60 and 70 pounds. That people aren't even telling you how much they weigh. You can't even put them on a bike rack. The bike racks aren't rated for them. This is an awesome bike for someone that wants to do some cruising, someone wants to be comfortable as they're riding and just have that little extra assist, that little safety zone. If you rode down the beach and all of a sudden the wind turns and you went down to the taco joint and you had a few tacos and you don't really want to work that hard on the way home, you don't have to. You know, the range of this bike is, about 30 miles. 30 miles is more than most people can imagine on a bicycle. Now in a car, 30 miles goes pretty quick. 30 miles is a long ways on a bicycle, and this bike actually has the capability of a range extender, so you can get a little battery that bolts up like where it looks like a water bottle that plugs in here and it doubles the capacity, makes it about a 60-mile bike. I tell people, even with this comfortable seat, a lot of people that are riding a cruiser, they're not riding with padded shorts, they're not riding with spandex. People are just having fun riding these around. And if you do 30 miles, you're kind of ready to get off the bike. I mean, most people ride these around, get some fitness, go get something to eat, go run an errand or two. They're a fantastic bike. So just know the wheels, the chain, the components, all that stuff is good on this bike. Answering the questions about the battery, the motor, the control, and the wiring harness. As a Trek dealer, as an Electra dealer, we're not finding problems with these, and I sell a lot of these bikes. I sell a lot of these bikes to my friends. Downtown Biloxi is a neighborhood. I'm part of that neighborhood, and most of the neighborhood is riding around having a blast on these things. And we're talking about people that have nice cars, that have nice boats. It's so fun to get out and feel the freedom of a bicycle. And when you can do it very comfortably, and in my opinion, very economically, you can buy a couple of these things and you have a whole summer worth of vacations. All you have to do is throw them in the back of your truck or your bike rack and go adventure all these little cities right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You don't have to fly to Europe to have a good time. You don't have to drive to California to have a good time. You can have a good time in all these cities around. Most of these places have rail to trail systems. Cities are becoming way more bicycle friendly. I know Biloxi is. If you have an e-bike and you want to have an awesome weekend and save a lot of money on an economically and to do a lot of things, come to Biloxi. Call me up at Biloxi Bicycle Works. I love showing people this town. I love letting people see what the Mississippi Gulf Coast has to offer. And when you can do it by riding a bicycle, it's so much better than driving around in your Jeep or your Miata. And all those cars are cool, but there's something about meeting the locals and seeing the local environment on an e-bike. And something like this, if you get off work and you have a long day, hop on one of these things and do a few miles. It really does do your brain and your body good. I can't say enough good. Obviously, I'm excited about this bike. I love the bicycle industry. I love bicycles. And this bike here gets so many people out riding and enjoying life. And I see the health and fitness gains. So you see people buy these and it helps their brain. Next thing you know, they're getting a better body and they're buying a Garmin watch and they're checking their food. And I'm not saying you have to turn into some kind of, health food junkie or this will do that for you. But I see so many people getting movement and getting dancing and, helping their knees and helping their hips and helping their heads, helping their lifestyle, helping their relationships. E-bikes make life better. E-bikes make the world a better place. I truly believe that, or I wouldn't own a bike shop. I'd go back to being an accountant. So anyway, any questions about the Electra Townie Go, the whole lineup? My bicycle shop's name, Biloxi Bicycle Works. My name is Bart Luther. If you want to see how much fun we have, look up Biloxi Bicycle Works on Facebook, and you'll see tons of pictures of us riding bikes and having a blast on these things. I'm easy to find. I do own the bike shop, so call me here at the bike shop. Now, if you do have a local Trek dealer, definitely go visit your local Trek dealer. Trek does an awesome job of educating not only IBDs, independent bicycle dealers, but their own Trek stores on all things Electra, all things Trek. So there should be some very knowledgeable people that help you find the right size. They can point you to the right color, all kinds of accessories with these bikes. This is such a cool thing. If you don't have a Trek dealer, a local Trek dealer, and you're around the Mississippi Gulf Coast or you're traveling through, stop into Biloxi Bicycle Works. We love to help people with these bikes. Now, I have a small bike shop, so we don't have 50 of these things just, in stock. But give us a couple days, we can order one from Trek and get it into you. I usually try to keep a couple in stock, but it is springtime and they're selling out pretty quick, so don't wait. Come by Mississippi Gulf Coast. Come by Biloxi and ride bikes with us. I do work with our tourist bureau. It's such a cool thing to do. So anyway, I'll stop rambling on about how much I like this bike, but as a bicycle racer, as a guy that does mountain bikes and road bikes and gravel bikes, I'm kind of a bike slut. But I just love the lifestyle. The Townie Cruiser Go and the lineup is really, really fabulous. I believe in it. I love selling it because people aren't having problems with this bike. What people are doing is they're smiling, they're riding more, they're getting healthy. They're adventuring in their own neighborhood. They're taking short vacations and saving a lot of money. Very cool bike. If you like what we do on the Bicycle Rider YouTube, please like and subscribe. That just lets YouTube know that you guys are watching us and helps me, realize that, that my time is not wasted by making these videos. I could be doing some other things right now. I put a lot of time in my bike shop, and here I am on my day off making a video because I really want to share this lifestyle with people. It's an awesome product, very solid. Any questions, call me up at Biloxi Bicycle Works. If you want to buy one of these things from someone who rides one of these things and doesn't just learn it all out of a book, come to Biloxi Bicycle Works. I am so excited about this bike. I have a small staff. We all ride these things. So I can tell you how this thing rides in the sand. I can tell you how it rides in the dirt. I can tell you how it rides around Biloxi in multiple situations. I can tell you how I get back and forth to work on this bike after a long day. And it's comfortable and it's awesome. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. And I'm easy to find. The Bicycle Rider on YouTube. Bart Luther is my name on Facebook. I'm a real person and I own a real bike shop right here in downtown Biloxi. This is an awesome bike. Let me help you with it. Thank you.